I have never had any confidence in this government to do the right thing by the people that I represent in this place. But my confidence in them to deliver in Brexit is at an all-time low. For two reasons. First of all, because of what happened last night. It's not surprising that a minority administration should lose a policy motion in the House of Commons. What is surprising is the scale. This was a colossal defeat for the government, and we cannot simply brush it under the carpet and pretend that it did not happen. And the reason why this defeat took place was because of the way the government went about constructing its proposals and constructing the withdrawal agreement that it put before the House of Commons. Because from the word go, it has excluded everyone's opinion but its own. It has shown no interest whatsoever in trying to achieve a political consensus, no interest in trying to heal a fractured electorate. Instead, it has been only concerned about patching over divisions in the Tory party. And that means that at a time of political and constitutional crisis, this government stands accused of putting party before country. The second reason why I have no confidence in them is because of what happened in the hours since last night. No contrition, no humility, no suggestion that they might even change their point of view. Instead, just a Canute-like insistence that the show must go on. In fact, it will go on with them paying another ransom to the extreme right wing of their own party. And so we will be back in the same Groundhog Day scenario next Monday with a new deal that looks very, very much like the old deal that was rejected last night. And what in fact this government's saying to the Parliament is that if you want to change the policy, you have to change the government. Now, if we do pass this resolution tonight and vote for no confidence in the government, it will hasten an early general election. So I have to say to colleagues in the Labour Party, and I say this in all sincerity, that it would be easier to argue for a general election, and the arguments would be more compelling if they were to decide that they would offer a real alternative to the people over Brexit. Because a choice between Theresa May's Brexit and Jeremy Corbyn's Brexit is no choice at all. And there are many, many people who have a long experience of being disillusioned by the actions of Labour in government. It will be a first to find the party membership disillusioned by their actions in opposition. And if this isn't passed, and it looks like it won't be, then we turn to the question of a second referendum on the EU. And I am very much in favour now of a people's vote. I don't argue that people should change their mind or have a referendum every week, every month, or even every year. But the circumstances are such now that it is right to go back to the people who started this process. And there is some very sinister and worrisome language being used by those who oppose this. People are talking about Parliament overturning the will of the people, and this is a ludicrous caricature of what is being proposed. No one is saying the 2016 Brexit vote didn't happen. No one is saying that it shouldn't be respected. No one is even saying that people were wrong to vote the way that they did. And no one is certainly saying that Parliament should overturn the result of the 2016 Brexit referendum. What we are saying is it is right that Parliament should go back to the wider electorate and allow people the opportunity to review that decision. And if they want to change their mind, well, that's democracy. They should be allowed to do that, or they may not. And finally, let me say this, that people of Scotland didn't vote for this. They would, if there was an opportunity to vote again tomorrow, they would vote against it in even greater numbers. And my first priority, and the SNP's first priority, is to defend the people of Scotland who put us in this place. So no matter what happens here, if I believe that people should have the chance to review a decision that was taken in 2016, you can bet that with knobs on, I believe people should have the chance to review a decision that was taken in 2014 on the question of Scottish independence, especially because so much has changed, especially because of the way that Scotland has been treated in this Brexit process. So once we get this business out of the way, I will be campaigning for independence for Scotland. I will be campaigning for an early referendum in order to allow people in our country to have a different choice and to become a modern, fair, independent European country.